Mr. Chairman and friends, I am very happy to be in your midst this morning and inaugurate the conference. Education is an important tool in the hands of a state to shape the future generation. We read about many ancient states and organized communities which had their educational policies so worked out that the children were molded into a set pattern to preserve the state or the community. In the present times, every communist state has more or less a clearly directed and stable educational policy because ideology of the state and the ruling party fundamentally remains the same, and any change in government does not matter much. In democracies, the position is different. As a result of free election, one ruling party gives place to another. The new ruling party may be committed to basically different educational objectives, or its approach to achieve the same objectives may be entirely different. The latter situation may arise quite often if the political parties change place in quick succession. No educational policy worth the name can be evolved or implemented. This results in a lot of waste of national resources since a melting pot policy can do no good to the nation. In India, the national government has been all along quite stable, so much so that the same party had been in power for 3 decades. However, if we go through the reports of various commissions and committees on education that were set up after independence, we find that they mainly deal with the objectives of education, its structure and contents are some current educational problems. We have not so far even settled the issue as to what type of educational system we should have. Equality of opportunity should be the watchword of educational policy, although things are much better now than in the past. Yet we know economic disparities are still such that they make a nonsense of this pious slogan of equality of opportunity. Much damage has been already done before any financial facilities come within the reach of the children of the poor sections of society. Further, many of the financial facilities are provided on caste basis. Our educational policy should now go beyond such restrictions. Poverty and not caste is the common religion of the poor. Children of all poor classes, irrespective of any caste or creed, should be enabled to have an equal race with others from the better placed classes. Not only this, there should be a system to spot out the poor intelligent workers who at one stage were compelled by economic strains and stresses to accept the low paid jobs. They should be helped to grow to their full potential. Ours is not an affluent society. The resources are limited as compared to the pressing demands of education. So it is essential to lay down priorities in order to have a sound educational policy. The first priority should go to primary education. In ancient terms, the highest return is that of investment in secondary education. But if the socio-political needs are taken into consideration, besides the economic return, the claim of primary education comes at the top. The first plank of our educational policy at this stage should be to fulfill the directive principles in this regard in letter and spirit in a time bound manner. At present, much of the investment in primary education goes down the drain because of the huge rate of wastage in primary education. The keynote of our educational policy should be to stop it, the gain being double. Firstly, the return from investment in primary education will increase, and secondly, the expenditure on adult education will be reduced, since in many aspects adult education only tries to make up for the loss of primary education. The second priority should go to secondary education in allotting the available funds. The return from secondary education being the highest, every effort should be made to expand it. There should be no question of restrained admissions at this level, as some advocate it. In some advanced countries, education is free and compulsory up to 16 years, and perhaps beyond that. It is the secondary education which provides local leadership and middle level workers who can appreciate the application of science and technology in agriculture and industry. College education should have third priority in the allocation of resources. It is the expansion of general education at the college level that has now posed a big problem of unemployment among the educated youth. A good general education is essential for a well informed public opinion, particularly in a democracy, since it is said the people get the government they deserve. Education is a state subject, but some want it to be a central subject. But because of the place that has been given to the directive principles, and as a result of the amendment of Constitution, the government of India can now play a very important role in giving a suitable direction to education all over the country. Thank you all. Dear sir, we are in receipt of your esteemed favor dated 5th of this month, and thank you very much for the same. In this connection, we wish to inform you that the goods of the particular quality you want are not readily available. You are aware that this is the busy season and we have a large number of orders on hand. However, as you are our permanent customer, we assure you that the goods will be supplied to you before the end of this month. Please let us know your opinion in this regard as early as possible. If you are agreeable, kindly fill in the enclosed proforma and post the same per return of post. Your reply in this behalf should reach us positively before 20th instant. Otherwise, it would not be possible for us to accept your orders in the matter. We are also happy to inform you that the remaining goods are being sent to you by passenger train. The railway parcel receipt and bills in duplicate are dispatched separately by post for your information and reference. We have taken all precautions to the best of our ability to see that the goods are packed as safely as possible. We request you kindly to confirm the same. If the goods are damaged in transit, we assure you that such goods will be replaced at our cost. You may receive the railway parcel receipt and bills on Monday. On receipt of the same, kindly contact the railway authorities and take delivery of the goods immediately. If you fail to take delivery of the goods within 3 days from the date of arrival, you will be required to pay fine at 5% on the value of the goods. Therefore, it is necessary that the goods should be taken delivery before this time limit. Further, we request you kindly to note that you are eligible for 5% discount if payment is made before the end of this month. We once again request you to send your reply by return of post, assuring you of our best services and prompt attention. Thanking you, yours faithfully.